Let me go. I didn't do anything.
Ma'am, keep your hands where they are. We're just gonna talk outside.
Outside in cuffs? You think talking looks like this?
Ha! She finally realizes who's in charge.
Ma'am, let's move now.
It was supposed to be a night of celebration, a milestone years in the making. But within minutes, flashing red and blue lights filled the hotel lobby. A woman dressed in a sleek business suit stood frozen as two officers approached her. The staff had called the police, claiming she was trespassing. Her name? Danielle Hayes, and she wasn't some random guest. What the officers didn't know, what the staff refused to believe, was that Danielle was the new owner of the very hotel they were standing in. How does a woman end up handcuffed in her own property, just because of the color of her skin? Watch until the end to uncover the truth behind this unbelievable night. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. For Danielle Hayes, success wasn't handed down, it was built brick by brick. Born in Atlanta and raised by a single mother who worked double shifts, she learned early that the world saw her skin before her skills. But Danielle was determined to rewrite her story. Through scholarships, late nights, and relentless determination, she earned her MBA. She started her own hospitality investment company by the age of 32. After years of hard work, she finally sealed her biggest deal yet, a $12 million acquisition of a boutique hotel in downtown Charleston. This hotel symbolized everything she had fought for: recognition, power, and proof that a black woman could thrive in an industry that rarely looked like her. On the night of the incident, she decided to visit the property herself, quietly, without the media or her business partners. She wanted to walk through the halls she now owned to feel what victory finally tasted like. But the air inside that lobby carried something else, a tension she couldn't name yet, but would soon never forget. Danielle stepped through the revolving doors, her heels clicking against the marble floor. The front desk clerk, a young man in a crisp uniform, barely glanced up. "Good evening," she greeted, her tone warm yet confident. No response. Just a quick dismissive glance before he went back to typing. She brushed it off. Maybe he was busy. She approached anyway, explaining that she was here to inspect a few things before the next day's renovation meeting. The clerk's brows furrowed. "Guests aren't allowed behind the desk area, ma'am." "You'll need to wait." Danielle smiled politely, showing her company badge, embossed with her name and the hotel's logo. But instead of acknowledgement, she got skepticism. His eyes narrowed. "This looks fake," he muttered. Minutes later, whispers spread across the lobby. Another employee appeared, arms folded. "Ma'am, if you don't leave, we'll have to call security. You're making the guests uncomfortable." Danielle felt her chest tighten. "I'm not a guest," she said calmly. "I'm the new—" But before she could finish, the clerk had already picked up the phone. Two security guards arrived first, flanking her as if she were a threat. They didn't ask questions. They demanded proof of reservation. Danielle tried to explain. She was there for business, not a stay. But every word seemed to fall against a wall of disbelief. Then came the words she'd dreaded hearing all her life. Words that made her stomach drop. "Ma'am, we're calling the police." By the time the officers arrived, the entire lobby had gone silent. Guests watched from their tables as Danielle stood, trembling but composed, trying to make them see her humanity. The officer's tone was firm. "You've been reported for trespassing. We need you to step outside." Her voice wavered. "Officer, please." "I own this place." But to them, she was just another angry black woman causing a scene. As the cold handcuffs clicked around her wrists, Danielle's dream of owning that hotel shattered in front of a room full of silent witnesses. Outside, the night air was sharp. Danielle's heart pounded against the metal cuffs. Cameras flashed from cell phones. Whispers rippled through the crowd. She could feel years of hard-earned dignity crumbling under the weight of humiliation. Then, a voice cut through the noise. A black SUV screeched to a stop. Out stepped Richard Levine, the real estate lawyer overseeing the hotel's transfer. His expression shifted from confusion to outrage in seconds. "Uncuff her. Now!" he barked at the officers, waving a folder thick with documents. "She's not trespassing. She owns this hotel." The officers froze. The same clerk who had called them stood pale, speechless, as Richard opened the file, proof of ownership, signed and sealed. For a moment, the crowd was silent. Then, slowly, realization began to ripple across faces. Danielle stood there, wrists red and trembling, the symbol of everything wrong with a system that still refused to see her for who she was. Even free. She felt trapped by perception, by prejudice, by the constant reminder that power meant nothing when your skin spoke louder than your words. The incident went viral within hours. Security footage of Danielle's arrest spread across social media, sparking national outrage. Hashtags trended, news outlets reached out, and within days, the hotel chain issued an apology. Too late to erase the trauma, but loud enough to protect their image. Danielle didn't sue. She didn't need to. Her silence became her protest. She returned to that same lobby weeks later, not as a victim, but as a leader. Every staff member had been replaced, diversity training made mandatory, and on the wall behind the front desk hung a framed photo of her with a simple plaque, "Owner and Visionary." Yet behind her calm smile lived a truth that millions understood too well, that success doesn't shield you from bias, and respect isn't always given, even when it's earned. She looked out over the lobby, whispering, "This isn't just my story. It's ours. How many more times will history repeat before the world starts believing us the first time? Which country and city are you watching from? Take care."